Hello, I'm Forrest Emery, and welcome to another episode of FATV.
And hello, I'm Bethany Bennett.
Welcome to the show.
Thanks, glad to be here. Today we'll be discussing the new and improved May term schedule.
We'll also be talking about the very disappointing loss of the Student Union cookies.
And don't forget boarding life and sports in 2 as well.
All that and more coming up today on FATV.
So May term is coming up. May term will start on May 18th this year, so give yourself a chance to try something new.
Gotta love new stuff. I'm thinking some new TVs or laptops would be nice.
No, I'm not talking about stuff like that. I mean the fact that English classes will no longer be required and juniors can have a free period.
So, as seniors, do we get anything new?
Nope, the only thing seniors get is a little bit closer to graduating, which, if you ask me, is exciting enough. And on another note, there's also been some additions to the class list for the May term.
Maybe you'd like some relief from traditional academic classes. Try taking New England ecology, small-scale farming, and maybe even biking or hiking to get some fresh air.
That sounds like some fun.
On top of that, if you are interested in filmmaking, it might be difficult to choose which class you'd like to take. Classes such as filming books from page to screen, short film project, music for film, and even Spanish film are waiting for you to join in.
On top of that, there will also be many special off-campus classes that sound like a blast, following Mr. Reimer to explore the desert in Arizona, or even sailing a boat for a week with Mr. Urges. Doesn't that sound exciting?
Yes, but I'm more of a land dweller myself.
Well, very true. I tend to enjoy a solid piece of earth under my feet.
Yes, it's much preferred for me as well. Also, as a reminder to all students, at least underclassmen, you must take a humanities course and a math or science course. So make your choices as soon as possible, or you may miss out on your favorite classes.
Switching now to another topic, can you imagine living on the school for 24 hours a day?
It's hard to imagine being away from home for so long.
I know, I really couldn't manage it. So this segment, we will take a look into the dorm student's life after school.
Maybe you are interested in the boarding student's life. Maybe you are wondering what will we do after school. Today I will introduce you some of our afternoon activities.
Afternoon activities just provides a structure for the students as well as the faculty and allowing them to provide a system of knowing what's going on campus, where they can go, and a schedule that they can go by each day.
Well, now I'm the school counselor for the boarding program, but for 7 years before that, I was the director of residential life. When the activity program has to work for the person that's running it, and everybody has a different way of approaching it.
I think it's good. I don't believe it's necessarily new. I just think it's a more clear-cut standard of a method that would show where everyone is in the afternoon, and it allows the students to decompress after class and be in another place besides their dorm room. I tried not to change it necessarily, but just kind of to allow the students to see that there's a lot more going on campus besides games or going to the library, that they can actually engage in something after class and kind of do something different besides studying.
Try to know where every student was. which is sort of a safety issue, but also to give them an opportunity to get to know faculty a little bit differently, and also make some connections to faculty that wouldn't be in the classroom. And then also, hopefully they would learn a little something different, like cooking or scrapbooking or ultimate frisbee or badminton. Reasons, I think dorm students are in school all day, and it would be very easy to go to school, come back to your dorm, and never leave the dorm until dinner, and then go back to the dorm and never leave the dorm until the next school day. So what I like about afternoon activities, and I always did and I still do, is the fact that it brings kids out of the dorm. They're doing something that's different, that they're not just studying or on the computer, that they're involved in different sorts of activities.
Thanks, guys. Some bad news came for many students here at the Academy. On January 19th, 2012, SU cookies were expelled from school.
No cookies anymore. Can you believe it?
The Maine government banned the selling of cookies in schools because they are not very healthy. And although the cookies are very delicious and well liked by students, lots of students would end up eating cookies instead of breakfast or lunch.
One of the interviewed students told us that she can understand why state government made this decision. Cookies are not really healthy, too much oil inside and much too sweet.
A majority of students spend $15 every month on cookies. You could save about $135 in 1 year. That's a lot of money.
The good news is that the SU began to sell some more, healthy foods, such as fresh carrots or celery, or even a mix of them.
The SU cookie is a good memory for everyone. We can now tell new students a very beautiful legend of our school next year. We used to have cookies in the SU. Coming up next, Fiber Academy has a long history of sports, but you don't have to take it from me. Actually, yes you do, in this episode of Sports in 2. Most students at Fiber Academy know very little about Fiber Academy's rich history that's actually lasted well over 100 years, according to Mr. Todd Gallagher.
Our history is rich. Our history has always had some great positives. And I think if people wanted to take the time to find out about our history, they would be amazed. And history is not just the 4 years that you or I attended. In high school, I won. I was a part of a winning team. And to this day, my friends who we still talk about it, we still remember it. It was a very special event, special feeling. And there's a group of guys that none of us went on to be Major League Baseball players, but you can't take away what happened.
I asked Mr. Gallagher how he thought FA sports had progressed since their long, rich history. And he said while they are not without their troubles, he is pleased with how far they've come and how they will continue to grow.
I think we've grown tremendously. I think we've grown in the area of not only quality but mostly in quantity.
I was also curious how Mr. Ali, who's had so much impact on the school, he's seen the building of the gym and other buildings and so much added to the Fiber Academy campus. What has his impact been on sports? This is what Mr. Gallagher had to say.
It's been very important and very positive when it comes to athletics. He is a big supporter of athletics, feels it's an integral part of a student being well-rounded. He has seen to it that we've offered as many sports as we possibly could. He felt the more we had to offer, the more diversified the school was.
This was Forrest Emery with FATV Sports. And thanks to Mr. Gallagher for all his help there. Now, coming up in Nathan Hart's segment, Did You Know? Learn some more about the history of Fiber Academy.
Did you know?
After being founded in 1772, Fiber Academy used donations to expand the school.
Starting as one building, Fiber Academy grew to a now 18-building campus.
They've added buildings such as the Performing Arts Center, the library, the Science Building, and the gymnasium.
Talk about crazy, huh?
Did you know?
And thanks for tuning in to another episode of FATV, bringing you yesterday's news today.
Have a great day.